and Blue Jackets.
The Cavaliers have returned to the city of Cleveland as we welcome you to Cavs basketball on FanDuel Sports Network, presented by Hyundai. A tricky stretch of games continues tonight as the Cavs host the Raptors of Toronto. After being on the wrong end of a wild finish in Miami on Monday, the Cavaliers returned the favor last night, as without three All-Stars from last season, they got major contributions and gritty efforts from some uncommon sources. The result, an improbable, gutsy victory that showcased this team's talent-rich depth. Tonight, Kenny Atkinson and the Cavs will have to dig deep once again, as it's the tail end of a road home back-to-back, but also the start of a season-long six-game homestand. Craig Porter did a little bit of everything last night, as in a team-high 32 minutes, he coolly controlled nearly every aspect of the game while lighting up the box score in a wide variety of categories. Jarrett Allen, meanwhile, was a rim-running dynamo as he powered his way to a 30-point double-double. Hi everyone, John, Michael, and Brad Doherty. So happy to have you with us here tonight. What a beauty it was in Miami yesterday as the Cavaliers got the job done. Kenny Atkinson coming in said, hey, we're going to have a point of emphasis. Let's get to the rim. Let's not settle for threes. It certainly worked. The Cavs executed. And once again, it's our Toyota key to the game as the Cavs will want to get that ball inside again tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right, John. I think we began the season and everyone in this division is trying to push the pace, run the basketball up the court, shoot as quickly as you can and get as many shots up throughout the entirety of a game. Cavaliers started that way, but what they're finding out is the Cavs are undefeated in games in which they shoot more twos than threes. And last night was a great example. Taking advantage of your strengths of size, athleticism, and fundamentally sound basketball players. Attacking that paint first, tearing it up, then softening up the outside.
So the Cavs tonight not only complete a back-to-back, but they also played their fifth game in 7 nights. Now, we knew the first dozen games were going to challenge the Cavs from a schedule perspective, particularly with the injuries, but here are the Cavs at 8-4, and while it's early, this extended homestand could not come at a better time.
Exactly right. The Cavs needed this break to heal up, but also you get to take those guys from last night who played those minutes and continue to play them, continue to build that bench. Got a tough road to hoe, but this is a good-looking opportunity.
Well, Monday was a sobering day, not just for the Cavalier family, but for the entire NBA, when we lost a pioneer and a friend in Lenny Wilkens. With that, let's hear from PA announcer. Is brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai deal.
It's game time!
I said you already know. How you been while I've been making hard to fail? Cause I'm the realest. Be hitting magic in that 645. Valley say jizzle, stand loose, but everybody back. Can't drive. Doors open up, I emerge with 10 chains. Even back then it was calling me 10 chains. If I had it added up in a couple like 10 things. Stack 7 feet tall. Swear it look white like a wall.
2020 Pyrex vision. Catch the climax, standing next to my kitchen. Hit a 20, 50, 100's the money machine. Clicking in my rolling game, ticking I bow.
How they seen it all.
The whole team, hot walls closing in. Can't tell me shit about this game, but man, I done seen it all.
Stack 7 feet tall. Swear it look white like a wall. What you know about
A look at the power portal here inside the concourse of Rocket Arena. Tip-off between the Cavaliers and the Raptors is only moments away. Energy is already pulsing throughout this building. And with that, let's go down to Ahmad Crump for the player introduction.
Time to meet the starting lineup for your Cleveland Cavaliers!
He's from Utah State. Number 5, Sam Merrill. The other guard, he's from Louisville. Number 45, Spider Donovan Mitchell. Now we have the forward. First, he's from Virginia. Number 12, DeAndre Hunter. The other 4, he's from USC. Number 4, Evan Mobley. The man in the middle, he's from Texas. Number 31, Jared Allen. Your Cavaliers are led by head coach Kenny Atkinson. Cavalier fans, it's time to let them know. Everybody, make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers!
So both Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley return to the Cavalier lineup after having the night off last night. Kenny's Cavs played the tail end of a back-to-back. It began with a quality shorthanded victory last night in Miami. Kenny's Cavs check in at 8-4. Here's a look at the Raptors starting 5. The headliner this season is Brandon Ingram. Ingram was acquired at the trade deadline a season ago. The Raptors feature 3 20-point scorers in R.J. Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Ingram. 44-year-old Darko Rajakovic is in his 3rd season as the head coach in Toronto. Now, his club was off last night. They play game 4 of a 5-game road trip this evening. After a bumpy start, the Raptors have won 5 of their last 6. They enter action at 6-5. With that, let's introduce the 3rd member of our team. It is, of course, Serena Winters. Hey, Serena.
Hey, John. Well, as you and Brad very much know, the Cavaliers got in very late last night. They hit the tarmac about 2:45 a.m. But if history is any indication, the Cavaliers have managed to pull it together on nights like this. Get this, dating back to the start of last season, the Cavs are 14-4 on the 2nd night of a back-to-back, including 2-0 this year. It's tied with the Denver Nuggets for the highest winning percentage in the league. Kenny said that just speaks to how professional this group is, both physically and mentally, and that tone is set by Donovan Mitchell. But he did say this is going to be one of those grinded out, muster up any energy you have games, and through some tired eyes himself, Kenny said he does not know how the players get around the lack of sleep. He certainly does not himself, but these guys just find a way. John, as you know, thankfully these guys had their next 6 games at home, certainly deserved.
Yeah, it's difficult to bounce back. You know, you go to Miami and you lose that first game. Guys played well last night. We got in at 2:45, closer to 3. I didn't get to bed until 3:40, so I'm exhausted. That's the most important thing. I didn't get a lick of sleep.
You'll be all right.
I'll survive, but
hang in there.
Going to have to focus tonight and play smart. We had a lot of guys that rested in Donovan and Evan and whatnot, so they should be fresh and ready to rumble.
This is one of only 3 games on the NBA slate tonight. So for those of you watching in Ohio and worldwide on NBA League Pass, welcome to Cleveland. John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters. Jared Allen goes down the lane. He had it knocked away and out of bounds. Jared Allen took it right at Jakob Poeltl. He has had some big games throughout his career against the Austrian Poeltl.
Well, I think the biggest thing is coming off of last night's game, and past few games we've watched Jared just aggressively get after people on that offensive end, and his footwork's been fantastic. So I like that. I like seeing Jared be aggressive early, look for his shot and his opportunity.
Hunter finds Jared Allen in the paint. He was a menace last night in Miami. He went for a season-high 30 points, 10 rebounds. He just didn't stop running the floor, Brad.
Yeah, he ran rim to rim, and he had Ware just absolutely worn out trying to keep up with him.
Evan Mobley finds Allen again. Allen curls in toward Poeltl. Back to a wide open Mobley. Mobley drew a pair of Raptors. The extra pass finds Hunter. Rebounded by Poeltl.
Nice ball movement by the Cavaliers. It's kind of becoming a staple of this basketball team. Nice ball movement, good ball movement, getting a good shot. Like the shot early on by Jared, going at the front of the rim. I want to see this group of guys get more shots in the paint.
Emmanuel quickly scurries to the foul line and gets the Raptors on the board. So here is Donovan Mitchell, the 6-time All-Star, came to the All-NBA first team a season ago. Sam Merrill fires a 3. Allen got shoved. That foul is on R.J. Barrett.
His first personal, first team foul of the quarter.
Jared sets a nice screen there. Barrett just attacks him. Oh my goodness. He didn't even try to go around it. He just accosted Jared there.
Easy goal for our crew chief, Josh Tibbett, who's in his 16th season. There goes Jared Allen again.
Yeah, they've got nothing that can stop Jared Allen. Hurdle's not a rim protector, so he's going to have a long night with Jared Allen because Jared's going to keep coming.
Hurdle at the top of the key. Finds quickly. Has quickly got 2 feet in the paint. Has to send it back to Barrett. Quickly once more feeds the post. Barnes is down there. He'll twirl on Hunter. He can't get the roll. And Allen squeezes the rebound and out trots Donovan Mitchell. He'll find Hunter. Hunter lays it up. That's blocked from behind by Barnes. Barrett on the run. He'll slash. He loves to get to that left hand. Allen knew it, and Barrett ran out of real estate. Mitchell slows. Mitchell fires. Ingram now. He's averaging 21 points tonight in his first season north of the border. Barnes baseline draws the foul.
Cavs being very aggressive on both ends of the floor, pushing the tempo and pace. I think the interesting thing, Coach Atkinson was talking about this yesterday, you know, you're looking at this Eastern Conference, and 13 of the teams that have the quickest pace, the fastest pace, are in the Eastern Conference. 13 of the top 15. So, well, we thought the Western Conference was going to be just difficult this season. The Eastern Conference has become a quicker paced basketball game.
The injury report is long. Darius Garland was nicked up the other night. Re-aggravated that toe. Max Strus is yet to play. Jalen Tyson was hurt on Monday night, sustained a concussion. Lonzo Ball does not play back-to-backs. Lonzo was terrific last night. He buried 4 threes in the Cavaliers' improbable 130-116 victory as Hunter sends it back to Mobley. Mobley lines up a 3 and knocks it down.
Excellent ball movement by the Cavaliers, just not taking anything for granted. And the defense about a step and a half late early on, and you get behind the basketball that far defensively, you're in trouble, especially against a team against the Cavs that can make it just a plethora of three-point shots.
Pirtle connects. Ochai Agbaji and Colin Murray-Boyles will miss tonight's action for the Raptors. Hunter harassed by Quickly. We're 3 minutes in opening quarter. Back it goes to Merrill. Merrill drew Barnes. Hunter unloads. DeAndre Hunter has 3 straight games of 20 or more points. As that pass for Barnes was too tall over his head, and out of bounds it goes. So in that ball game last night, the Cavs outscored the Heat 52-24 over the final 16 minutes of the ball game. As there's Darko Rajakovic. He's a likable young man, already in his 3rd season as the head coach of the Raptors. The 2nd European ever to be named a head coach of the NBA was Darko. Mitchell steps back.
Yeah, Darko's done a good job. He's establishing some culture with this basketball team, some consistency.
Quickly buries a 3.
They play hard every night. Don't win every game, but will they play hard?
Mitchell leans, he's trying to draw a foul, and he gets it. Barrett's the guilty party.
Raptors foul number 9, RJ
Cavs ball movement's been outstanding. See Jared Allen here just looking right over top. Sam makes a nice pass. The ball is just bouncing around. Nice pass by DeAndre Hunter. Wide open Evan Mobley. He makes that shot consistently at this point in his career. So whomever's open at the end of that pass, you got to be ready to shoot that basketball. That's what the Cavs do.
These are 2 teams that move the ball well. Each is top 10 in the NBA in terms of assists per game. The Cavs rank 8th, the Raptors 2nd. That's been a staple of Darko Rajakovic-led teams. So Donovan got a well-earned night off yesterday. He enters action this evening, 4th in the league in scoring at over 30 a night. Played Monday in Miami, 41 long minutes. He finished with his first double-double of the season with 28 points, a career-high 15 rebounds and 8 assists.
That was a heck of a game.
Wonderful game.
I mean, last night was phenomenal, but the game before that was just it was just back and forth. It was fun to watch.
This man tied it with 4/10 of a second remaining in overtime. Just a wild shot from the corner that he threw into the rafters of Kaseya Center, only to see the Heat come back. And alley-oop was dunked home by Andrew Wiggins at the buzzer to win it 140-138. It's Hunter with a rejection on the Ingram effort.
Good defense by the Cavs. That's what you got with Hunter. You got Hunter, Mobley, and Allen, basically 3 7-footers on that front line. It's tough to get a shot off. And talking about that offense, the Cavs scored 268 points in those 2 games, John. Look at it, just perfect timing, straight up. Great block. And Ingram's a long, tall shooter, so it just shows you the length of DeAndre Hunter.
Mitchell is back on the line. It's certainly something the Cavs did well last night. Kenny was urging his team to get inside and be aggressive, and the Cavs last night scored nearly 60 paint points. And then you look at the free throws as well. The aggressiveness of the Cavs got the Cavs to the line. They took 31 free throws to the Heat's 13, and a team without a handful of regulars, with both Mitchell and Mobley resting, pulled off the improbable and came away with a satisfying 14-point win.
Yeah, it's not rocket science. You go to the basket. You challenge that interior. You're going to shoot more free throws. You're settling for these threes. That's why I say that stat. That's shooting more twos. We're undefeated. And so we got to keep taking advantage of that. You got to get to that free throw line and get some free shots, get fouls on the other team, put pressure on their defense.
Ingram makes a living at those elbows. Can't connect with that shot, however. That ball hits the baseline. It will stay with the Cavs. The contributions from some of the deep reserves were special last night, as Tyrese Proctor played 23 big minutes. Naquan Tomlin was a +20. Thomas Bryant a +14. Luke Travers a +11. And we have not even talked about Craig Porter yet, as Mitchell got fouled again. That time it was a reaching Jacoby Walter. So Mitchell will shoot more free throws. A good start for Donovan here in this opening quarter.
Yeah, being aggressive and coming off those screens. He comes off so tight. It's difficult for the defender to get through. Sometimes you think you're going to step through, and it's just not enough room. Jared does a good job of not moving, just staying stationary, and nice little curl around that screen by Donovan. Nice play.
He will shoot 2 shots. Donovan's foot was on the line. We talked about that Cavalier bench, and there is Craig Porter right in the middle. Played a team-high 32 minutes, was a perfect 3 for 3 from long range, and that was the group, that fivesome, basically won that game last night in Miami.
Craig's telling Tyrese, he says, remember last night, man, when I went left and dunked on that guy, and Tyrese's like, yeah, man, I broke some ankles out there on the, that's what they're talking about. They ain't even watching the game. They think about what they did last night, and when they get their chance tonight, how they gonna put it on these boys in Toronto.
Tyrese played 23 big minutes. Allen just took that away from Barnes. Up ahead to Merrill. Merrill couldn't handle the pass. Allen is playing with a different brand of intensity over the last week. He was so good last night, as Darko Rajakovic wants an early timeout, and Jared is off to a terrific start once again. We are underway here in downtown Cleveland as we take a look at the live odds courtesy of FanDuel. If you want the Cavs on the live money line, you can play them at a -370. The over-under sits at 237.5. If you play Cavs and over and win the both, you can parlay at a +127. Those are the live odds courtesy of FanDuel. Well, these two teams met 2 weeks ago on this floor in NBA Cup play. The Cavs that night were without Mitchell, Garland, Allen, and Merrill. They fell by the final of 112-101, so perhaps a little vengeance on the mind tonight for the Cavaliers. The Raptors were idle last night. The Cavs were in South Beach. Here's quickly, he'll relay and find Ingram. Ingram works across the foul line. His 15-footer doesn't go. Walter salvages the possession. Back to Barnes for 3.
Cavs did a good job. Jared Allen stepping up on that high screen right there in the middle of the lane. It was excellent defense. But him stepping up took him off the backboard, so he gave him opportunity to get that rebound.
Mitchell had that knocked out of bounds. That Barnes triple snapped a 6-0 Cavalier run, which was all Mitchell free throws, as Donovan has gotten to the rim with a great deal of regularity through the first 5+ minutes.
5 red jerseys around Donovan Mitchell. He's attracting some people.
Hunter finally got around quickly. The extra pass finds Merrill. In and out it goes. Rebounded by Ingram. Ingram, whoa! His outlet pass is picked off by Donovan Mitchell. An acrobatic play. Hunter looks to go baseline. Took a bump from Walter. Hooks it up and in, and Hunter has a chance for the 3-point play.
Well, nice job by Donovan Mitchell. Just kind of reading the defense, reading the offense. He does this a lot. That ball was trying to outlet it to Scotty Barnes, and he just read the offensive guy's eyes, and that's a nice play by DeAndre Hunter. He knew that contact was coming, so he got the ball up quickly, put enough touch on it that it would have a good chance. Nice job, good play, good effort by the Cavaliers.
Walter picks up his second foul. R.J. Barrett already sits with a pair. So here's Hunter at the line. Hunter was banged up, you may recall, in the playoffs last season. He dealt with a dislocated thumb he suffered in Game 1 of the Indy Series. Missed Game 2, did DeAndre.
Yeah, I mean, we had several guys that were banged up. Evan was banged up, you know, DG, and no one seems to remember that. They just talk about it's getting beat, so I guess it doesn't matter. Healthy team, this Cavs team is excellent.
So Craig Porter has checked in, and what did he not do yesterday? He was his usual composed self, came off that Cavalier bench, and the Cavs were a plus 21 in the 32 minutes that Porter played. He was a perfect 3 for 3 from long range. He controlled things offensively. He was disruptive defensively as that ball pinballs off the leg of Barnes. Barnes looks to spin on Dean Wade. He'll bank and score.
Yeah, Craig was phenomenal last night, and I told someone today we were talking about it. I just said, you know, I'm always using the word composure with Craig, and he reminds me so much of Lenny Wilkins. Really interesting the way he carries himself. He's just unflappable. He just does his thing. He got hit in the nose last night. He got hit in the jaw last night, right on the money, as we're talking about him. And he just kept playing. He just kept coming. I just think he is just a remarkable young man. He has turned into one heck of a pro basketball player.
Evan Mobley strips Scotty Barnes. There goes Porter. Porter will curl, dump it back to Tyrese Proctor. Proctor was good last night as well. Off to Dean Wade it goes as Ingram grabs the loose ball. And what a time, what an interesting apropos comparison, Porter and Lenny, and what a time for Porter to put on a show like he did last night.
Absolutely. He played so well, as did all of these guys who played last night. And another one's Proctor. I think he is going to be a tremendous pro. Played so aggressive and so confident last night. Proctor did. You know, I was blown away. I think everybody was, obviously. We knew these guys were good and work hard, but under the big lights and playing against a team that's playing well, they just dismantled it. And it just shows that the process that Kenny Atkinson has in place is legit.
I think it also showed what happens when you hustle on that defensive end.
That's all it's about.
That was that theme for 48 minutes last night.
They played their rear ends off, John, on that defensive end. They were getting after people, and it was fun to watch. And when we pulled away there in the end, I kept saying, well, maybe the Heat's going to come back, but we just kept going further and further away.
Jamal Shead got tangled up by both Evan Mobley and Craig Porter. The Cavs have the basketball in a 7-point lead. Here's Proctor, the rookie out of Duke. He works on Grady Dick. Mobley watched on the perimeter by Pirtle, blows right past him and got fouled by a reaching Grady.
Craig Porter has this really, he's 6'2", but he plays like he's 6'10". And he's got every dimension of the game just in a comfortable spot. He shoots the three well. He passes well. He handles well. The exceptional things are his rebounding and his shot blocking. It's marvel. It's just marvelous. He's just fantastic. I'm a big Craig Porter fan, as you can tell.
Let's pause for a word from Kia. When Porter was picked by the Cavs, wasn't picked, he caught on with the Cavs out of Wichita State. He not only led the Shockers in assists, but he also led the team in blocks.
That's amazing.
Steals as well. The guy's 6'2", and he led the team in blocks.
Yeah, he'll roll up on a guy 6'8", and the guy will try to shoot over him, and he blocks it. He blocked Vasquez's shot 3 times last night. I mean, he's remarkable.
He led the Shockers that season in rebounding as well.
Amazing.
Greg.
It's amazing.
At 6'2". We'll set the lineup for you in a moment as Grady Dick bounces off the battle. Through his hands it goes. And once again, the Cavs are forcing turnovers. That's number 5 on the Raptors. Last night, the Cavs forced 21 Heat miscues for 29 big points.
Wow. I mean, you mark my words there. President of Basketball Operations, Kobe Altman, GM, Mike Gansey. That young man, number 24, Proctor, that is going to turn out to be an unbelievable draft pick for our team. He is legit.
Proctor floats and scores, selected at 49 in the most recent draft. He's given the Cavs this 10-point lead as there you see the Cavalier run over the last 3+ minutes.
He is legit. They did a fantastic job finding that young man and putting him in place.
Dick got stripped by Porter. Back it goes to Shed. Shed's wide open for a three. Jamal Shed, the second-year man out of Houston, trims the Cavalier lead to 24-17. 3 minutes and counting first quarter. Donovan Mitchell twirls, gets fouled, he puts it up and in. Donovan Mitchell with a dazzling chance for a three-point play. Donovan Mitchell with the handle, with the control, dynamite, jaw dropping. Mitchell has a chance for three.
Up 9. Kenny Atkinson was talking up Jared Allen in the first huddle tonight for picking up right where he left off last night. He's one of the best games of the season. Another double-double. The Cavaliers are 3-0 in those games. And one of the things that Kenny Atkinson highlighted is how they've encouraged J.A. to run the floor more. We saw it last night, and Kenny admitted it's something they could have done better last season. It just immediately creates a mismatch if you've got your big running, right, since it's generally as small as the first eventer back. And now you've got one of their bigs covering one of your smalls on the perimeter. And Brad, you talked about the pace in the East, and as Kenny said, that's one of the reasons why you're seeing transition proliferate the league, because of the mismatches it can create. And if you start with your big in transition, as Kenny said, it's probably the biggest mismatch you can have. So they want to continue to take advantage of that more.
Yeah, that's a great point, Serena. That's a great observation. You know, the biggest thing with Jared is getting him the opportunity to play in space. That's what he does so well. And running and getting out and making the other big guy have to find him in transition has been he's got great hands and great footwork. So give him the basketball, give him a chance to be a part of the offense, and he rewards you every time you trust him.
Proctor gets assessed the foul as he has words for Grady Dick. Dick got tangled up in between both Proctor and Porter before he ended up on his wallet. Larry Nance has checked in for the Cavs. Sandro Mamukalashvili for the Raptors. Here is Sandro. Watched by Nance.
Nance did a good job last night when he got in the game as well. Had some big rebounds, good defense, just like this as usual.
Shed finds the cutter. It's Battle. Boy, Battle was the X factor in the first meeting between these teams. He scored 20 points in just 15 minutes, including 6 threes. He was a perfect 7 of 7 from the field as the Raptors pulled away. Proctor. Mukalashvili with the rebound. His Raptors trail by 8. He'll lumber into the forecourt. Sandro all the way.
Trying to stop that basketball. I mean, he rebounded the ball. You can't let him run the full length of the court and attack the basket. Somebody's got to cut in front of him, make him pick that ball up.
Nance trying to find Proctor backdoor. Shed between the circles, slows as he's guarded by Mitchell. Under 2 to go here in the first quarter. Shed directs traffic. Grady Dick got run off the line. He'll sift it back to Shed. Shed inside and goes to Ingram. Ingram banks and scores.
Raptors are being much more aggressive. They're attacking that paint. As you see, last 3 possessions have all been at the rim. They're going away from shooting those random shots as well. So both teams, Cavs going to have to buckle down.
Nance gets called for an illegal screen. Josh Tiven is our crew chief. Kevin Cutler is our referee. Danielle Scott is our umpire as Junior was leaning. Shed sold it. Porter, Nance, Proctor, Wade, and Mitchell make up the Cavalier 5. Ingram is watched here by Wade. Waits for a Sandro screen. Gets picked up by Nance. Can't shoot it. Back it goes to Shed. The shot clock winds to 3. Shed looks for an opening. Oh, brother.
We'll live with that. Larry Nance Jr. is in good defensive position, good switches.
Proctor lobs inside to Nance. After Wade, it goes in the corner. That ball was knocked out of bounds. Grady Dick was a full-time starter a season ago. With the addition of Brandon Ingram, he is headed back to Darko Rajakovic's bench.
Brady can shoot that basketball, though, man. He can get hot. You talk about a guy that can change the complexion of the game just like a Sam Merrill. Brady's that guy, but he can really, he gets a little streaky, but he can get going and cause a lot of problems. Got to account for it.
The Raptors with that ball movement and that interior presence, Brad, over the last 2 minutes have authored a 9-0 run. and pulled back within one.
Yeah, you see a lot of teams go away from shooting all those threes when they're not shooting them well. Just try to go and attack the basket.
Proctor has an answer.
Nice pass, nice shot by Proctor. Good ball movement by the Cavs.
Proctor.
21-year-old out of Sydney, Australia. Finds his first three of the ball game. Quickly looks to slash. He'll throw on the brakes. Mukalashvili for three. He has 5 quick points off the Raptor bench.
Raptors have found a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel there. They found something on the offensive end if they keep going to, and they're trying to take advantage of the Cavs and some gaps and spacing, so the Cavs got to be smarter. You got to stay home maybe a second when your guy goes to screen just to make sure you don't leave the spot open.
Tell you what, the clock stopped for a few seconds there as Proctor fires another three. That one's no good. Wade grabs a loose ball, deals to Proctor. Mitchell checks that clock. The way it shows now, there's less than a second difference between shot clock and game clock. Proctor for three. And the first quarter is over. Donovan Mitchell leads the way with 9 points, 7 of which came at the free throw line. And for the Raptors, Scotty Barnes was the high man with 7. The Cavs are playing the tail end of a back-to-back. It's also game 1 of a season-high 6-game homestand. As on to the second quarter we go.
Welcome back. Cavaliers up 1 over the Raptors here with Mr. Cavalier, Austin Carr. And after that first quarter of action, Austin, what adjustments do you want to see the Cavs make?
What I'd like to see them do is do a little better job of the uncontested three. The last time we played them, they had 10 of them. They've had 2 or 3 of them in this quarter. We got to make sure that we have somebody chasing them off the line.
Yeah, guys, Raptors 5 of 7 from 3 in that first quarter.
Off we go here in the second. We'll set the lineups for you in a moment. Naquan Tomlin has checked in. Naquan played some quality basketball just last night. He was a plus 20 in 18 minutes in the victory in Miami.
He was all over the place, man. Blocking shots, dunking on people, shooting the three. Naquan was fantastic last night.
We have seen some interesting lineups over the first 13 games now this season. With a handful of injuries, Kenny Atkinson has had the lab coat on. He's been mixing and matching. Mitchell, Proctor, Mobley, Tomlin, and Nance. Barnes lines up a three. That's short and tracked down eventually almost by Nance and Mitchell, but they got their signals crossed. Proctor, hits the deck. Shed fell right on him. That should be a foul on Shed, and indeed it is.
Loose ball foul on the Raptors, number 23.
Good play there by Proctor. First one to the ball.
Good hustle. Nance Jr. gets on the floor. Proctor gets on the floor. He gets crushed there.
He knew he was going to take a shot, too. Well done, young man.
Yeah. Great effort.
Boy, he logged some important minutes last night.
He did. Hit some big shots. Made some big plays. I'm telling you.
I think it was just the more than anything, Brad, that stood out, it was the comfort level. He was right at home. Proctor fires. The long rebounds tipped by Tomlin. The outlet pass finds Quickly. Quickly backs up. He'll work on Proctor. Now to Shed. Shed finds an opening, and he'll hit Scotty Barnes. Barnes' dunk gives the Raptors a 31-30 lead.
That's what I'm talking about, where Evan and Jared or Nance get pulled so far out from the floor, on the floor defending. There's no help back in the backside or the weak side. Got to do a better job of defending on the perimeter, just individually. Got to stop or slow down that basketball, even foul if you have to. But don't give up layups.
Mukalashvili keeps that possession alive. He had to come a long way to tap that ball back to Quickly. Cavs have already logged 15 threes. Barnes at the elbow. Back to Grady Dick. He ran over one of the Cavs. This is going to be a foul, I think, on Proctor. Proctor apparently, Josh Tippett is indicating, shoved a man into Donovan. Let's take a look at this. Proctor picks up the personal. He wants an explanation.
That's a bad call. He's got his hand. He didn't shove him. He's out of control. He left his feet, so that should have been a charge.
Shed will trigger. For the Raptors, it's Barnes, Quickly, Dick Shed, and Mukalashvili. Here's Sandro again. He's a perfect 3 for 3 off the Raptor bench. We told you that Jamison Battle was the X factor among those Raptor reserves last time. Mukolashvili's off to a nice start. Mobley puts it on the floor in toward Barnes. He traveled.
Traveling violation.
Evan kind of lost control of that basketball just a little bit. That took that extra step. Got to just clamp down if you're the Cavaliers. A little bit more focus is needed. Pick up the momentum. You're losing that momentum, just little bitty errors. And you got to overcome some things, so you've got to focus hard, execute hard, be smart.
Barnes works on Naquan Tomlin. Tomlin fouls him, and Barnes has a chance for 3.
Shots right now are just too easy for Toronto. They're either taking a wide open three-point shot or a shot that's 6 feet in the lane. That's too deep. Can't let him get to that spot. Channel those guys out of there, take up some space, and don't give them easy shot.
When Scotty was selected number 4 overall in 2021, he was the Raptors' highest pick since they had the number 1 selection back in 06. We'll let our Cavs family marinate on that. Who did the Raptors pick number 1 overall back in 2006? Scotty gets ready for the free throw. Scotty has a double-double in 4 of his last 6 games. His Raptors have gone on a 20-3 run to take this 37-30 lead. If you said Andrea Bargnani,
that's what I was getting ready to say.
Star for you.
I was getting ready to say Bargnani.
Bargnani was picked number 1 overall back in 06.
Yep.
All right, time for the Cavs to get to work here. A sluggish couple of minutes as Mobley got cut off by Barnes. Here's Porter. That's the man you want to get the ball to give you a spark as Craig Porter to the rim. Rims that Raptor lead to 37-32.
And think about it, Craig Porter's that guy. I mean, he's the guy that gives us that little spark whenever we need it. This makes a big play for our basketball team, so give him the ball.
Quickly is watched by Nance. The shot clock's down to 3. Barnes checks it. He knows he has to fire. His Mayday triple is off the mark and out of bounds. Porter snuck his way inside. I think 2 Raptors collided hard here.
Ooh, yeah, they did.
Barnes and Mukolashvili.
Mukolashvili comes over. Barnes, oh yeah, they hit chest there. How about Nance and Evan Mobley on that last defensive stance? Switching at the top of the key. Both of those guys moving their feet. Larry's so good. He's so quick. Toronto could not get a good shot.
Mukolashvili's been cut apparently on his right knee, so the Raptor training staff has 30 seconds to patch him up. So this is not an NBA Cup game, but the Raptors and the Cavs do reside in Group A, and that meeting between these 2 teams 2 weeks ago on this floor was a Cup game won by the Raptors. The Cavs were shorthanded in that ball game. The Cavs are 1-1. The Raptors have already beaten the Cavs and the Hawks, so they are really in the driver's seat here in Group A. They have the Pacers and the Wizards remaining. They have the head-to-head over the Cavs. So the Cavs' most likely route, unless the Raptors lose to the Pacers or the Wizards, the Cavs' most likely route will be to go 3-1 and then have to be the wild card team from the East to get in. You get 3 group winners, go on to the round of 8, that knockout round, plus 1 wild card. So the Cavs have games remaining in Cup play, in which they will hope to not only win, but win by a sizable margin, as meanwhile Evan Mobley's 10-footer is no good. And here comes Quickly, way out. Emmanuel Quickly displays some range.
That's 35 feet, John. My goodness, wow, good shot.
Last season, Quickly, the former Knick, was hampered by a wide variety of injuries. He's been limited to just 33 games as Tomlin, with all those elbows and legs and angles, gets himself inside. Tomlin gets on the board. Nearly 4 minutes in, second quarter. Quickly was acquired along with R.J. Barrett and that big OG Anunoby deal of a couple of seasons ago as Grady Dick connects from the corner. Raptors by 9. Porter's open. Porter hits. Craig Porter is a perfect 3 for 3. He has 8 points in 8 minutes.
Wow. Absolutely just keeping us around in this game. But some of his big plays, plays really well. If the Cavs can get back up to being aggressive defensively, got to need a little bit of energy on that defensive end. Talk, communicate, energy.
Greg talked extensively after last night's game as Barnes fires a three about what it meant to him that Kenny paid so much attention to his game. Greg said, look, I'm the 10th, 11th, 12th guy on this team. Kenny went out of his way as Mitchell fires a three. In and out it goes to work on my game, to consider how to get me more involved. He said it meant the world to him, and you can see the way he's come back. He's in terrific shape as Mamukalak really to the rim, and he'll bank and score and have a chance for three.
Yeah, I was talking to Kenny before the game last night. We were just kind of talking about Craig, and he's like, you know, he said, I get after him, I stay after him, but he can take it, and I'm so proud of him. He is in top. He said every metric he asked him to hit physically over the summer, he surpassed it. So that tells you a little bit about this young man. If anybody deserves anything that's come his way, it's Craig Porter.
No
he has
question.
earned every bit of it.
It's a wonderful story.
Yep.
Has that underdog, chip on his shoulder mentality. Yeah, you wouldn't know it. He carries himself in such a cool way,
Yes, he
such
does.
an easy demeanor. Narrow 15-footer. He can't get the roll. Allen had it for a moment. Tomlin picks it up and lays it in.
Craig's quiet like me. He's kind of
These guys are like twins.
very reserved. Yeah.
Yeah, it's uncanny. Barrett will find Mamukalashvili. Wade almost with the steal. Sandro rescues. Ingram right through Dean Wade, and he gets fouled. That foul is on the floor. It will be the 4th team foul on the Cavs in this second quarter, and we will take a break. On FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by your Chevy Network dealers and by MGM Northfield Park, featuring world-class gaming, dining, racing, and entertainment. Find your fun at MGM Northfield Park. Speaking of entertainment, Eli Kell Abrams got his first win as a Charge head coach just last night with a victory over Motor City. Here's the gorgeous floor at the gorgeous facility. Public Hall, home opener tomorrow against the Wisconsin Herd. Get your tickets at clevelandcharge.com. If you have not seen a game here, believe me, it's something you're going to want to do. Charge and Herd, 7 o'clock. Again, get your tickets at clevelandcharge.com. Mike Ostrowski and the gang in the front office do such a wonderful job with the Charge, and a number of guys who have spent time with the Charge have graduated to the big club. And there's a look at Craig Porter. Porter's played a handful of games in the NBA G League, and as we saw last night, Brad, the system works.
Yes, no doubt about it. Congratulations to Eli. That's a great opportunity for him and getting that first big victory. That's a beautiful facility. You're right. I'm going to have to wander down there tomorrow night and watch a little basketball.
Allen gets called for a tough luck foul as he tried to knock down that entry pass intended for Pirtle. Pirtle missed 4 games this season with a back injury, including the first meeting between these teams. He has the distinction of being the first Austrian-born player in NBA history. Spent his first 2 seasons with the Raptors. He was traded with DeMar DeRozan to the Spurs in the deal that brought Kawhi Leonard to Toronto for what would become the championship 18-19 season. Stayed down in San Antonio for 4.5 years before the Raptors brought him back. So Pirtle happy to be back with this Raptor club. It's a starter-heavy team. A lot of veterans in that starting lineup. As Allen down the lane and it knocked away. It comes to Pirtle. Barrett races ahead. He'll bounce up to quickly lays it up and in, and the Raptors have their largest lead.
It's just A to B right now for the Raptors. They're just playing just solid basketball, nothing fancy, nothing extraordinary. Defending, rebounding, getting steals, playing in the passing lane.
Merrill with a much-needed 3. Sam started out red hot. A couple of games where he struggled to find that shot. Good to see one go down for Sam, particularly in the first half. Tomlin gets called for the foul.
Big moment here. We could use him. He could buoy us tremendously through this little spot here where we're struggling shooting the basketball. Get the replay on Tomlin here. The fans aren't happy with that.
You can score big this season with Cavs Rewards. Create an account and start earning points to redeem exclusive rewards, including Cavs tickets, VIP experiences, and more. Sign up now at Cavs.com/rewards. Barrett's at the line. He never really seemed to get into a groove 2 seasons ago after being acquired from the Knicks, but last year he hit that groove.
Yeah, he did.
RJ, 21 a night.
Really good. He's fantastic last year.
Hunter works on Barrett as DeAndre has re-entered. Back it goes to Porter. 5.5 to go here in the second quarter. Dean Wade gets run off the line by Pirtle. Hunter for 3. Hayes got it.
Nice ball movement by the Cavaliers. Craig Porter trying to dribble into that defense. Did a good job of getting that shovel pass out.
That 3 by Quickly does not go. Allen grabs his 3rd rebound of the first half. Porter works on Walter. Slings one over to Wade in the corner. Back to Merrill. Ingram got the scouting report. He runs Sam off the line. Porter. Back it goes to Hunter. Hunter got Ingram on a flyby and cans the mid-range jumper as the Cavaliers now are back within 5.
Great ball movement playing through Craig Porter. That is outstanding. Oh, man. Nice job by Sam Merrill. Took the charge there. Yeah, Craig Porter touching that basketball, making like a conduit down there on that offensive end. Good things happening.
Barron's 3 is way short. Grabbed by Allen. Porter with his head up. Merrill sends it inside as Merrill saw that mismatch.
Number 3, Brandon Ingram.
Allen had great position. Ingram picks up the personal. That's just the 2nd team foul, by the way, on the Raptors in this second quarter.
DeAndre squaring up, shooting the ball beautifully, and then gives a little pump fake, gets the guy up, gets into that lane nice and deep and over the top. Nice job.
Hunter won a national championship as a sophomore back in 2019 at UVA.
Yeah, don't remind me.
ACC Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he was a nightmare for my Tar Heels.
Was indeed.
I gotta remind him every once in a while. I don't like Virginia. I do like him, but I can't stand his school.
Hunter.
He reciprocates that.
Barrett zigzags his way down the floor and has it rejected by Porter as Porter sent it into the 5th row.
There you go. The 6'2" Akeem Olajuwon. Telling you what.
Oh, did he line him up?
Guy's remarkable. My goodness. Get that out of here.
Hurdle. Now quickly. Craig Porter has 6 blocks and about a, 26-hour span.
Yeah.
He had 4 last night. He has 2 tonight. And again, he's 6'2".
Just great pops and timing.
Here is Porter. Works on Quickly, uses an Allen screen, steps back. Allen got a hand on it, he saves it, but it comes right to Barrett. Barrett pushes, Ingram's ahead. Ingram slashes, puts it up and puts it in. Boy, he has all that length and that high release point, does Ingram.
He is so long. I mean, he's got a 7'2" guy's wingspan, and he extends, boy. He is just above everyone.
Scored 20 or more in 5 of his 6 seasons in New Orleans. Did Ingram. Consistent volume score. What a pass there as Porter somehow found Mobley inside. Mobley can't connect. Ingram's on the run, lost it. Cavs ball.
Great pass inside to Evan, led him right to the basket. Just couldn't quite corral it.
Merrill tried to draw the charge. Porter came in with late support. Porter may have gotten a piece of that arm of Ingram.
A good no call. Fisher did a good job there.
3 to go here in the second. A lot of contact, contact with Ingram driving as Mitchell the other way. He lays it up and in.
Donovan's so strong. He just sicks those bows out, man. He's like just a bulldog when he goes to that basket. Very fierce.
DeAndre Hunter has a team high 4 assists in his first half. Ingram, tough shot as Hunter was there, but Ingram gets it to go.
Still getting a little bit deeper than I'd like to see him get. That was a tough shot. He had to shoot over many stretched hands, but I want to see him shoot about 3 foot further out. Make it almost an impossible shot.
Mitchell with a hesitation move. Gives to Merrill, gets it back. He's picked up by Pirtle on the switch. Hunter for 3. Merrill bats it out. Mitchell recollects, and the Cavs reset with a fresh 14. Merrill unloads. Got it.
That's what Sam Merrill can do. Just very unorthodox in his rhythm. Can really get you in the ball game quick.
And remember, it was Merrill who kept that possession alive with the tap out. Merrill's able to connect. A pair of threes for Sam Merrill. We're late in the second. Raptors by 6. Just a little over 2 minutes remain in the first half. Hey, Cavs fans, if you ever miss a live game, you can now catch up with game replays on the FanDuel Sports Network app. You can watch every highlight with your choice of a 5, 10, or 15-minute condensed game. Download the FanDuel Sports Network app tonight. Game 13 for the Cavaliers. They are 8-4. The Cavs are fresh off a split in Miami. They lost on Monday in overtime. Won just last night. Flew after the ball game. We were on the tarmac between 2:45 and 3. Cavs had to recharge the batteries, get ready to go once again. Scotty Barnes is having a fine first half. He now has a game-high 16.
Yeah, he has. He's done a good job in that mid-range of really taking advantage of his size and strength. Makes really nice plays.
Allen got a hand on the loose ball. The ball careened off the chest of Merrill last, and it belongs to the Raptors. Shed, who looks to accelerate. He got stymied by Allen, but finds Pirtle. Pirtle floats and scores.
Just keep chipping away at the Cavaliers, and Cavs get a small run going, and then they just kind of back up a step or two. Got to keep pushing, keep fighting.
Mobley tracks down the long rebound on the Cavalier logo. He gets it back from Merrill. Mobley's being swatted at by Barnes. The shot clock's all the way down to 2. Mitchell tried to go over the top of Ingram. He lost the ball. Shed slows. Deals to Quickly, who steps into it. 3.
Oh, they're just very efficient, John. This is kind of the way they were the last time we played them as well. You kept expecting them to go away or make mistakes, and just not happening.
Speaking of efficiency, Quickly's 5 of 6 from the field for 13 points.
Wow.
Final minute, second quarter. Hunter looks to spin baseline, ran into some trouble. Allen tips it off to Merrill. Hunter gets it back, and he floats and scores. Hunter now has a dozen. He's the high Cavalier.
Good job, Cavs. Got to think about that. You go in the locker room. You got to talk about this, come up with a game plan to create some consistency.
Quickly lobs to Barnes. Barnes spins into Allen, but somehow found Pirtle. Pirtle made a really nice catch in tight quarters as he gives Toronto the 67-54 lead.
Again, what's the consistency? What's the thing we can do most consistent that's going to give us a chance to be dominant eventually throughout the second half of the basketball game? Let's take care of the basketball and continuing to try to get to that basket. Not so many threes.
The Raptors get 16 from Scotty Barnes, 13 from Quickly, 11 from Mukalashvili off the bench as the Raptors outscore the Cavs 38-29 in the second, as both clubs will head to the locker room with the Cavs down 13.
Got to do a better job of stopping that basketball on the perimeter, and we got to attack more. Got to go inside and continue to build inside out second half.
Coming up on the Ken Ginley Kia halftime report, Kaylee and AC will dive into the numbers, and Brad will break down the first half. You're watching Cavs basketball on FanDuel Sports Network. The third quarter is on tap as it's time for our Bring It Home Thought of the Night presented by Rocket, as Serena is joined by assistant coach Mike Garrity.
Thanks, Sean. Coach, what do you want to tighten up defensively here in the second half?
I think it's two things. I think transition defense, we've got to do a much better job of getting back, quickly made 3 threes in transition. So we got to have more of a sense of urgency to get back and make them play against our half-court defense. The other piece is our drive defense. They're getting into the paint. They're forcing us to come protect, and now they're getting spray-outs and kick-outs and open looks on the perimeter. They shot the ball really well from 3, but we can eliminate some of those with our on-ball defense.
On the other side, is it important to attack the paint more, basically to get the defense to collapse, create some more balanced offensive look?
Definitely, and I think our defense can help our offense. The more stops that we can get, and the more we can get our run early, gives us more opportunities to play against a less set defense. The other piece is it's getting a little stagnant in the half court. The more ball movement, the more that we can move the ball and attack and make quicker decisions, the better off we're going to be.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
Guys.
We're underway here in the third quarter. Donovan Mitchell veers off an Allen screen, gets tripped and skids, and yeesh, we could hear that all the way up here. That didn't tickle. 40 seconds in, third quarter. Barrett picks up the personal. That's 3 on him. Let's take a listen. Yeesh.
Left a little skin on the floor.
These teams start the third quarter the way they started the ball game. No surprise as Merrill finds Mobley. Evan took only 4 shots in the first half, hit 1. Quickly gets called for a foul.
Raptors foul number 5, Emmanuel Quickly. His first personal.
That's his first. He scored an efficient 13 points in the first half. Now in his 6th season out of Kentucky, he was the SEC Player of the Year over Anthony Edwards.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mitchell bounces off to Mobley. Mobley's 3 was blocked by Barnes. Barnes leaks out, and Barnes lays it in.
Scotty Barnes been aggressive defensively, getting up. Good defensive position. Got to take him down low, make him defend on Evans' back.
It's another Cavalier turnover. The Cavs coughed it up 5 times in the second quarter alone, leading to 10 big Toronto points. As the Raptors pulled ahead, they enjoy currently a 15-point lead. Barrett down the alley, cleared himself. He bangs and scores. Barrett scored only 2 points without a single field goal in the first half. And Kenny Atkinson wants to get his team's attention. He will take an early third quarter timeout. Let's take a look at the live odds courtesy of FanDuel. The Raptors have the first 4 points of this quarter. These are third quarter lines only. The money line, if you want to play the Cavs to win the quarter, is a -150. Over/under sits at 58.5. If you want the Cavs and over, you can parlay at a +221. Again, the Raptors lead this quarter 4-0. Those are the live odds courtesy of FanDuel. Raptors lead this ball game 71-54 as we check in with Serena.
Yeah, John, Kenny called that timeout to make a point to his guys. He said, look, we've got to refocus. He called them out for not getting their last ATO right, so this is the time we've got to refocus to this ball game.
Sam Merrill looks to turn the corner on the bigger Pirtle. He got underneath, spins it back to Mitchell. Mitchell, a contested 3 that's no good. Mobley got there and tips it in.
Nice job by Evan Mobley getting on that glass. Good aggressive follow-up. Tough shot by Donovan Mitchell, so good thing he had Mobley there to help tip that thing in. Now let's come to the defensive end, and you got to build momentum in the NBA. You got to figure out how to make these little mini runs. Let's see if we can get something started.
Merrill extended the pressure on Quickly. Pirtle inside, Barrett with a floater, that rims out. Pirtle had it for a moment, but it was popped away by Merrill inside, and it comes to Mitchell. Merrill off to Mitchell. Mitchell on the bounce. Merrill for 3. Hey, knocks it down. Mitchell drew a crowd, and Merrill did the rest.
You're exactly right. Donovan drew 3 defenders, and that just took the pressure away from Sam. Did a good job knocking down that 3.
Mobley gets called for a foul on the floor. Here was Mobley at the other end with an acrobatic tip in.
Well, just talk about half and half there. Just enough weight to fall in and see Ingram has to come down and help. Nice job.
Quickly breaks to the basket and lays it in. Opening minutes, third quarter. Mitchell picked up by Barrett down the alley. He'll scoop and score. Donovan Mitchell now has a team-high 13. see if the Cavs can string together some stops here, Brad.
Yeah, exactly, John. Just get some stops. That's where you get excited on that defensive end. Make some big plays. Slow that basketball down.
Quickly, he was able to wind his way inside. I think Allen got called for a restriction of movement foul, and he did.
Yeah, he had Pirtle wrapped up pretty good, had his arm around him. Good call by the official. Donovan's so strong, got two guys chasing him. He just keeps going to that basket. English on that ball, spins it off the glass.
Kenny will go a little smaller here as Dean Wade replaces Jared Allen. There's a good look at Donovan, who finished 5th in MVP voting a season ago. Wade watches Barnes. Ingram works on Hunter. Ingram drew the foul, he knocks it down, and Brandon Ingram has a chance for 3.
Good defense, aggressive defense by DeAndre Hunter. Well, he pushed him off that block and had him out there about 15 feet from the basket. Oh, nice fadeaway, wow.
We mentioned that high release in the first half.
Yeah, got him right on the elbow there.
So Ingram, he suffered a low ankle sprain last year in December as a member of the Pelicans. That ended his season. He was acquired by the Raptors at the trade deadline, was set to become a free agent, but the Raptors inked him to a reported 3-year deal. They had trusted this was the guy they wanted. And Ingram certainly has paid dividends here early through 12 games. Hunter mid-range, got it.
Yeah, I think it's a mismatch. Scotty Barnes trying to tee up DeAndre Hunter. Take advantage of that.
Pirtle takes the no-look feed from Barnes, but cannot connect. Mitchell's on the run. Donovan slows and loads a 3. Barnes grabs the rebound. He has 18 points, 4 boards. Pirtle takes the feed. 4 minutes gone, third quarter. Wade thought about it. Gives to Mitchell. Mitchell's guarded up by Shed. Shed, the one-time collegiate defensive player of the year, is in his 2nd season here in the NBA. Hunter inside to Wade. Got Barnes in the air and beats the shot clock.
Nice patience. A lot of passes on the perimeter. Toronto Raptors caught themselves leaking up towards that free throw line and just snuck behind there, got an easy layup.
Barnes somehow got it back. He missed again, a 3rd time for Barnes. Quickly slings one over to Ingram, who's ready to shoot. Mitchell cleans the glass, but it hit his foot and rolls out of bounds.
Got to come up with that basketball, John. These possessions in this game at this level are so critical. Got to tear that ball out of there and get going. Just take off up the court.
Greg Porter replaces Sam Merrill. Here comes Jacoby Walter. He'll check in for Barnes. Scotty just laid down over there near the Raptor bench. I don't know if his back's bothering him. He was looked at briefly by a trainer. We'll give you an update if one is provided to us. He might just be taking a rest.
Yeah, he looks like he's just chilling over there. That's just what he does. Just hanging out watching the game.
Ingram. In and out. Remember late in his career, Larry Bird always used to go over and had to lay down. Yeah. Mitchell tried to send that one inside to Wade. It was tipped. Quickly in transition, assistant coach Mike Garrity talked to Serena about that. So he came out here for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Cavs need to prevent those transition threes as Walter doubled Mobley. And a foul is called. I think it's on Walter. I don't think Mobley ever saw Jacoby Walter coming. And the Cavs get bailed out with a foul.
They're coming at Evan. Evan's got to be more aware when he's dribbling that basketball. Those guards, as soon as Evan turns his head, that guard sees how high that ball is. He's coming. So the pass has to be in front of him. Be careful on that spin back.
Mitchell with a really nice deliberate pump fake. Got Shed to cruise right by. He hits the triple. Donovan cuts this Toronto lead to 11. He now has 15. This this is another one of those games, Brad, where if you're Toronto, you pretty much feel like you've done everything right, yet the Cavs are still within now 13 points.
Yeah.
They're hanging around here. The Cavs certainly haven't hit a rhythm through 2.5 quarters. Mitchell attacks off to Porter. Back it goes to Mobley. Now it's Hunter. Pirtle rebounds. Shed slings one over to Walter. Now to Pirtle at the nail. Pirtle spins on a shorter Wade. He hit Porter right in the back. And that ball ricochets out of bounds. Dean was battling Pirtle, giving up a couple of inches to the starting Raptors center.
Did a good job of trying to battle him and push him off his block.
Let's pause for a word from Ken Ganley Kia.
Hey fans, while you're enjoying the game, go online to KenGanleyKia.com to get our lowest price. I want to see you in a Ken Ganley Kia.
John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters, thanks so much for joining us tonight as we have a kick ball. So the ball will stay with the Raptors, and by rule 14 is placed on the shot clock. Kenny Atkinson won 64 games in his first season in Cleveland. He was named the NBA Coach of the Year. Ingram leans into a three. A long rebound is tracked down by Mitchell. Sandro Mamukelashvili has checked in for the Raptors. He had a solid first half as he went for 11 points. Donovan Mitchell was going to work. We saw this in the first half as Mitchell shot 8 free throws in the opening handful of minutes. He returns to the line here.
At the line for your Cavaliers with 2 shots.
Really good at drawing those fouls on that offense off that screen. It's a little bit of an art. Obviously, you got to time it just perfectly. And Donovan's so strong, a lot of times he can make the shot still, even though he gets fouled.
The Cavs are teaming up with Cleveland Metro Parks to present the 25-26 City Edition jersey. Shop the City Edition jersey and collection featuring tees, hoodies, and more at Cavs.com/shop. Donovan's now up to 17. He's keeping the Cavs within striking distance. Jamal Shed between the circles is watched by Wade. He'll relay to Mamukelashvili and get it back. Shed to the paint, his pass off the hand of Barnes and gobbled up by Porter. Mobley off to Tomlin. Naquan couldn't get it to go. He gets it back and puts it in.
Nice job. And the Cavs went to a little defense, a little zone defense. Nice job of the Cavs getting out there. Naquan just absolutely attacking that glass.
Hustle plays from Naquan Tomlin. We saw it last night in Miami as Naquan and crew came from behind in the second half. Can they do it again?
I've always kind of believed it's just like role players are what win teams championships, and you know you're always going to have your leading scorers and top players like doing the things they do and what they get paid for, but sometimes it's the role players, whether it be this guy dove on this loose ball 2 out of 3 times and he got it every time he dove, or this guy might have took a charge and it swung the whole game. And it's just a lot of the little plays that people, maybe fans or whoever, may not see or realize that can change a game.
When your mentality matches your execution, you get the whole package that is Craig Porter.
That is absolutely correct, and he is absolutely right. You know, you don't, the hype is the sports centers and all those types of things. It's always the stars, but you're going to win games, have a chance to win championships by, it's the little bitty things, the attention to detail that creates that. So he's that kind of guy.
The Cavaliers gained a point when we were at the break. Donovan Mitchell 2 was changed to a 3. So the Raptor lead after that Walter dunk is 10. Mamukelashvili with the rejection. The ball hit Wade last. Where his feet behind the line they were. That originally was called a 2. It has been changed to a 3 by the NBA Replay Center. So the Raptor lead is 82-72. We approach the 4-minute mark of the third. Walter, Shed, Mamukelashvili, Barnes, and Ingram are on the floor. We have another kick ball. The Cavaliers have Mobley, Merrill, Porter, Wade, and Tomlin on the floor. Again, we are seeing some interesting combinations out here for Kenny Atkinson. Cavs have been banged up early this season. Barnes picked up eventually by Tomlin. Scotty twists, line drives it up, missed the shot. Possession's rescued by Jacoby Walter. Sheds open. Wade grabs a loose ball as Wade, Tomlin, and Barnes were all jockeying for position, and the Cavaliers get whistled for a foul. It's on Tomlin.
They had him tied up down there. They got Scotty. They got an arm and an elbow and a headlock. They're getting after it. Got to do what you got to do.
Barnes is a big hombre. He's listed at 6'8", 237 pounds. Barnes exits, so does Mobley.
He's strong and fast. Talking about Scotty.
Scotty has 18.6 rebounds and 5 assists. We mentioned that he has a double-double in 4 of his last 6 games. He's a threat to have a double-double each and every night. Jed looks for an opening on Merrill. Walter steps into a 3. Grady Dick had it for a moment. Walter tracks it down, shovels back to Shed. Sandro puts it on the floor. And I think he walked. He did.
The Cavs got a break there. Toronto had multiple opportunities to make a basket. It was just futile. Could not get it to go down. So Cavs avoided one there. Got to come to the opportunity. Got to make a basket. Got to build some momentum.
Darko Rajakovic looks on. Grew up in war-torn Serbia. He's a great story. His road to the NBA. Porter gets loose. Oh, how do you like that? Craig Porter with a world-class finish.
That was a phenomenal shot by Craig Porter. My goodness.
Sandro gets fouled.
When you tell me this guy can't play, he just does not. Grady's got him. He is guarding him very well, pushing him. Throws his body into that crevice, left-handed off the glass. Nice job, Craig.
So it's Mamukelashvili at the line. He's the top bench scorer for the Raptors. Missed Tuesday's game with a neck injury. The Raptors were in Brooklyn and won by 10. You can enter the Vegas Trip Sweeps presented by Kenda Tire, the official partner of the Cavs Cup Tournament, for your chance to win a trip to the NBA Cup Championship. Enter now at Cavs.com/Kenda Tire Sweeps through November 21st. Meanwhile, here's Porter. He'll play through Wade and get it back. He finds Tomlin inside.
What a pass. Nice job. Good vision of the court by Porter. Nice job by Tomlin just cutting to the basket behind the defender.
Naquan has 8 points in 9 minutes off that Cavalier bench. Dick is wide open. Thomas Bryant has checked in for the first time. Craig Porter was looking around wondering who was supposed to be near Grady Dick. No one was. Wade, can he answer? Ingram elevates and rebounds. Quickly works on Thomas Bryant. Bryant was a force last night in Miami. Sandro misses that shot. Porter rebounds, tiptoes the baseline, and saves it up ahead to Sam Merrill. Merrill probes. Porter now stops, fires. Wade corrals a one-armed rebound. Back to Merrill. Now it's Tomlin with the offensive boards. Naquan Tomlin is going to work.
Come on, Naquan Tomlin getting in there, mixing it up. He is just a live wire body. We saw it last night, and he's continuing tonight to do some great things in this Cavaliers basketball team.
Quickly gets the roll. Quickly now has 17.
Tomlin, my goodness, man. Great job of that young man.
Porter trying to find Tomlin again backdoor as Naquan's been creeping out of that right corner.
He wants to hide over there just a little bit.
Lying in the weeds. Blended in over by that Cavalier bench.
Nice play and a big rebound. And Naquan Tomlin has been really strong tonight. He was great last night. He and Porter, these two playing together, have a little bit of electricity.
Merrill got spilled before the ball was inbounded, so by rule, the Cavs will shoot a free throw here and keep possession.
Raptors foul on number 5, Emmanuel quickly. His second.
There's the foul.
In the last 2 minutes.
And Zarco wants a coach's challenge. I'm not sure Darko's going to win that one.
Got tackled. He's running off the right tackle there and got knocked down.
Toronto's called timeout to challenge the ruling of a defensive foul.
All right. We'll sort it out when we come back. What's at stake here is a free throw.
Upon review, the illegal contact by Quickly will stand as a foul. There was no illegal screen on the play prior or proximate to the play. And the play is in away from the play foul. So it'll be one free throw to anybody, and then it'll be Cleveland ball on the baseline. It's an unsuccessful challenge. No further challenges for Cleveland, and they are charged this timeout. No further challenges for Toronto. Pardon.
So it is an unsuccessful challenge. We discussed this last night. When you make the decision to challenge, it's a two-pronged decision. One is, did a foul occur? Two is, what do you get?
Right.
Even had Toronto won that challenge, what do they get? There's just no foul there, and as Mitchell is on the line to complete the free throw, they get a no call there. The Cavs inbound the basketball. They save perhaps a point.
Not sure it's worth it, in my opinion. I mean, of course, you're in the heat of the moment.
Now, a proximate foul could have been called there on Thomas
That's
Bryant.
True. That's a good point.
But again, as Bryant fires a three, I think you're taking a big risk. There's Naquan Tomlin again. Big risk for not a great reward, I guess is what we're saying here. As there's Bryant inside. He took the Merrill feed. Let's see if the Cavs can get jump-started here, Brad. Final minute, third quarter. Raptors 89, Cavaliers 81.
Love the energy of Thomas Bryant. He's just really got a lightning rod. Very positive, very aggressive.
Barrett ran right into Merrill as Merrill guessed right. If you guess left with Barrett, you're usually going to guess the right way as Barrett throws it away and out of bounds it goes.
Tough defense by Sam Merrill. Good pass also by Sam. You know Thomas is going up strong with it.
Cavs looking for some momentum, playing the tail end of a back-to-back. Donovan Mitchell over the top of Walter. Oh, what a move!
Donovan just attacked the defense. Went at them so hard, so fast. Could not defend him. Gonna need a lot of that in the fourth quarter. The Cavs making a nice little run, though.
It's a re-energized Rocket Arena. Quickly back to Barrett. Barrett behind the back corner, trying to jump it. He'll float it up and miss. Actually, though, a foul was called. Josh Timmons called a foul. I think it's on Tomlin. I have a feeling he's going to check the timing here to see if the foul occurred before or after the clock hit zeros. Josh is over at the scorer's table.
We have a foul at zeros, and the play is under review to see if the foul occurred prior or after zeros.
And there it is. By the way, Donovan Mitchell now has scored 20 or more points in 400 career games.
Wow.
This is his 530th game tonight. He has 20 or more in 400 of those 530.
Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
All right, let's see if we can get a look. That was a big play there by Porter. Where's the foul by now remember, the foul was called on Tomlin. Tomlin did appear to whack Barrett in the head. We're going to get a better look here. Watch, the foul is called on Tomlin. Yeah, he got him before the clock hit zero. No question. So this should be a quick review.
Upon review, the contact to the head occurs with 0.4 on the game clock. Game clock will be reset to 4/10. It'll be 2 free throws for Barrett.
So Naquan has picked up his 5th. You want to talk about activity. Naquan's line looks like this. 12 minutes, 5 of 6 from the field, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 4 offensive, and 5 fouls.
He's getting every bit of his money's worth. Naquan is getting his money's worth tonight. I love it.
And Barrett misses his first.
Boy, Craig Porter almost timed that Barrett going back to his left hand, didn't he? I mean, he knew he had to go back to that left.
He turned a would-be comfortable shot into anything but. See if Thomas is going to throw a home run ball. The IU product. Mitchell, okay. And the shot would not have counted. And the fourth quarter is over. The Cavaliers, however, trail by 13 at the break. But wait a second.
Hold on.
There's going to be another review, and again, we'll sort it out when we come back. So we're back. Josh Tiven and Kevin Cutler have the headsets on. The Cavs had 0.4 of a second with which to work. So their eyes are on the monitor. A lot of eyes are up here on the Humongatron. Kenny Atkinson awaits the decision. It was hard to tell from his indication whether Josh said a foul was called here. Walter was reaching.
I see his right hand on his back, but I don't see his left hand. I can't tell if he's making contact. I don't think he did.
That was the only potential contact if a foul was called.
Can't really tell.
There. I thought originally what Josh Tiven was indicating was that Donovan didn't get the shot off in .4.
Yeah.
Which is typically what you see when he has to turn around and fire like that. It's not the easiest thing to do in less than a half second.
Can't see his hand. Oh wow,
So was that a foul on Jacoby Walter? Is what is being looked at, and the foul happened right away. I mean, the clock only starts when Donovan touches the ball, so the foul had to occur within
After
.4.
review, the illegal contact occurs with .3 still on the game clock. Mitchell will shoot 2 for the penalty. We'll play off the make or miss.
So when that all sorts out, that works for the Cavs.
Yeah, great, yeah.
See that pass by Thomas Bryant. IU now apparently a football school as well.
Yeah. A nice little out route. Donovan got very nice.
Again, to go 94 feet in 0.4 of a second and end up with a couple of free throws is an excellent result.
Yes.
Donovan Mitchell now has a game-high 22. He is 11 of 12 from the free throw line. When you don't have your A game from the field, there are other ways to get it done, right, Brad?
Yes, sir.
One
Play
is
hard,
get
play
yourself
hard.
inside.
Yep, get to that free throw line.
23 now for Donovan, no fouls, and the third quarter is over. The Cavaliers trailed this ball game 67-54 at the half. We head to the fourth with the Cavs down by only 5. Cavaliers at one point earlier in the ball game trailed by 17. They have cut that Raptor lead down to 5. Raptors 90, Cavs 85. Happy birthday, by the way, to Liliana Valenti, the lovely daughter of our producer Brent. She's 19 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
The women in the Valenti family are sensational.
Liliana, happy birthday. Fantastic.
Barrett for 3. The lone man in the Valenti family, not so much.
No.
Here's Scotty Barnes in the mid-range. He'll open the fourth quarter scoring as the Raptors are on top 92-85. Shed strips Mitchell, but has the ball go off his foot and out of bounds. Happy birthday, Liliana. We're proud of you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Opening minute, fourth quarter. The Cavs start this frame with Hunter, Mitchell, Porter, Tomlin, and Bryant. Naquan Tomlin has come on, has scored 10 points and grabbed 5 big rebounds. Hunter freed up inside. Wow, got grabbed by Pirtle. He got it to go as DeAndre Hunter has a chance for the three-point play.
Thought he made a mistake by not just go up strong, but he was so far under the basket. He just kept that pivot foot down long enough. He did what he had to do. Nice job. Good play by the Cavs.
It took him a while.
It took him a second. He wasn't quite ready to go up because he was a little bit under the basket. And I thought he was going to be in trouble. He maneuvered his way out of there.
Scotty Barnes in good position.
He did. He had him perfectly locked under that backboard.
Raptors 92, Cavaliers 87. For the Raptors, it's Barnes, Pirtle, Barrett, Shed, and Grady Dick. Pirtle down low, got fouled by Bryant. So Pirtle, who is a career 55% free throw shooter, will have to earn it. Thomas and Pirtle have locked horns before in Eastern Conference play. The Cavs will hold their annual Salute to Service night presented by Ohio Cat on Saturday. Come out to Rocket Arena when the Cavs take on the Grizzlies. That's a special tip time of 5 o'clock and honor those who have served our country. Get tickets now at Cavs.com/tickets. Kalian AC will get you going at 4:30 as Pirtle coolly drains both free throws and gives the Raptors this 7-point lead. Mitchell goes and gets it from Porter. A hesitation move, got Pirtle leading, and Donovan Mitchell, who already has taken 13 free throws, will return to the line.
He is living at that free throw line, and you get all these mismatches. Pirtle's got to step out off of that pick. He just doesn't have a chance. Smart by Donovan, just drawing him in to create that foul and potentially a three-point play. So Donovan's playing smart basketball, just trying to take advantage of the mismatches.
He has drawn 7 big personals.
Yeah.
Here this evening as Evan Mobley re-enters. Craig Porter out here down the stretch. In crunch time, he'll give way to Sam Merrill. Naquan Tomlin remains on the floor.
Naquan's a missile out there, man. He's all over the place. Playing some good basketball, man. It's fun to see.
Barrett rebounds and finds Barnes. Grady Dick backs up. He's watched by Tomlin. Now Tomlin picks up Shed. Shed puts it on the floor and puts it in. Shed's a +16 in the 18 minutes he's been on the floor.
Back off Shed. Make him shoot over top.
Merrill.
Shed's so fast, he's able to get past Tomlin, and then it just created a problem.
Barnes all the way. Scotty now has a team-high 22.
Scotty handles that basketball extremely well. Very good transition, exploding out.
Mitchell over the top of Barrett. He got his own rebound. He twists and misses, and there is Tomlin again. Naquan Tomlin is 6 of 7 from the field, a dozen points, and now 5 offensive rebounds.
Great job by Tomlin. He is just will not be denied on that glass. He is a live body. Fantastic job by Tomlin.
Merrill gets whistled for the foul. What is it, Brad? Anticipation?
Yeah, he doesn't stop. So he's watching that basketball, and when it goes up, he looks at his guy, and wherever his guy turns the box, he goes the opposite direction. But make sure he gets a hand up towards that basketball. It's just energy and effort.
Shed inside to Pirtle as Mobley commits the personal. So Pirtle returns to the line for the second time in this fourth quarter.
Well, they got that ball. Evan got himself in the wrong side of the basket. He was watching, trying to be a help defender, and his guy just slipped right behind him. A bit of a mistake there.
Pirtle was picked 9th overall back in 2016 after a couple of seasons at Utah. 2016 Pac-12 Player of the Year. Now in his 10th season is the 7-footer.
Steady game, very steady.
You know what you're going to get on a nightly basis out of Jakob Pirtle.
Very consistent. Had a nice career.
It's a 10-point game once again. Mobley finds Mitchell. Mitchell shakes on Grady, blows past him, bounces off to Tomlin, who exploded out of that corner once again.
Tell you what, scouting report's going to say, you watch out for Tomlin in that right corner, because he's going to be hiding over there. Nice pass by Donovan and great explosive moves by Tomlin.
Tomlin's playing with 5 fouls. He's got to be careful here with Scotty Barnes. Pirtle with a putback.
Tomlin did a good job against the bigger Barnes.
Mitchell feeds Tomlin for 3. Long lead pass, anticipated by Tomlin, as Tomlin with the steal. Mitchell 2-on-1, sprays it back to Merrill. Mitchell goes and gets it, and hits the 3.
How about Naquan Tomlin, John? I can't say it enough. Guy's absolutely playing his guts out. Great job, great job.
He defends Barnes. Don't reach Naquan, he's playing with those 5 fouls. Pirtle, shot puts it up and in. 104-95 Toronto. Mitchell off the Hunter feed. Puts the wheel in on Shed. Tried to find Merrill backdoor. It got batted right back to Donovan. Donovan across the lane, took some contact. Tomlin had it for a moment, but eventually it's tipped away, and now it's Shed. Shed's cross-court pass was nearly deflected by Mitchell. Barnes to the basket.
Timeout, Cavaliers.
Scotty Barnes is having a big night. For local Toyota dealers, for all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Naquan Tomlin hails from Harlem, New York. He grew up near Rucker Park. He did not play high school basketball. He simply played in the parks, in the communities. Eventually began his collegiate career at Monroe Community College in Rochester, New York. Went on to play junior college in Florida before a season at Kansas State and then one at Memphis. A long shot to make this Cavalier team. He made his debut in the NBA as a Cavalier last season in Brooklyn, and he has been special over the last 2 nights. And meanwhile, Sam Merrill uncorks a 3 that's rebounded by Jakob Pirtle. Raptors says Barnes, whoa, geez, inside. He spilled Merrill, and then Barnes got upended as he came down. Scotty Barnes has given the Raptors this 108-95 edge. Merrill down the alley, high off the window. He puts it up and in, and Sam Merrill has a chance for the 3-point play.
Nice job by Sam, charging right back down the floor. Gets by Barry, goes right to the basket, goes to the basket strong. Picks up that foul on Chad. Nice job by Sam.
Pirtle checks out. He'll give way to Sandro Mamukalashvili as Allen and Porter will check in for the Cavs.
Substitution number 31, Jared Allen.
Naquan Tomlin heads to the Cavalier bench and is saluted by his coaches and teammates. 7 of 9 from the field, 14 points in 16 minutes, 6 rebounds, 5 of which came on the offensive glass.
Fantastic night. That young man absolutely earned his dinner. Great job.
Brandon Ingram is watched by Dean Wade. He's picked up by Jared Allen. Ingram Gets 2 feet in the paint, bounces off the Shed. Shed over Mobley. It's rebounded by Allen, under 7 to go. Mitchell between the circles, relays to Merrill. Mitchell backs up, he's watched by Ingram. It's a running start at Ingram, sips one through to Mobley. Mobley inside, draws the foul, and Mobley will shoot free throws.
Nice pass inside. I'd like to see Evan pushed up a little bit more. Take advantage of his ability down on that block. It's a good pass down on the post. Got to keep getting in there. Got to keep going at him. They got nothing for Evan Mobley. Got to utilize that.
Evan has taken a mere 6 shots tonight. He's grabbed 7 rebounds. His first free throw is true.
Cavaliers substitution, number 9.
The reigning defensive player of the year, Mobley, has blocked at least 1 shot in every game he's played this season. He has not blocked a shot, however, tonight. He was one of a number of Cavs banged up in the playoffs last season. Mobley dealt with a sprained ankle. He suffered that in game 1 of the Indy series, missed game 2 as he misses the second free throw. The next Cavalier foul will put the Cavs over the limit as they try to scratch and claw their way back. Barrett backdoor. Former Nick R.J. Barrett hasn't had much to show from the field tonight. He's but 2 of 8. Mitchell across the lane, glides to the hole.
Nice job by Donovan. Yeah, they've done a good job on Barrett. They've really adapted to that left hand. When he goes right, he's trying to go left. So, done a good job. Nice steal by Donovan.
Mitchell popped it away from Ingram. Donovan upstairs. Mobley's there. He has to come down with it. Mobley's in a phone booth. He'll wheel one off to Wade. Mukalashvili leaks out. Has to dump it back to Quickly. Quickly for 3.
Oh, what a transition break. Mukalashvili got stuck. He was running so hard. Had nowhere to go.
Mitchell, how about that pass to Jared Allen? My goodness. That's a sublime feed as Mitchell was twisting in toward the basket. He dumped it back over his right shoulder and found it. Jared Allen, watch this feed. Surgical. Allen for 2 as the Cavs look to come from behind. Stretch we come in Cleveland. A little over 5.5 remains in regulation. The Cavs trail this ball game by 10. This is the start of a season-long 6-game homestand. Up next, Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, although Ja did not play in the Grizzlies' last game with an ankle injury. Tip is at 5 o'clock. We'll get you started on the pregame show at 4:30. Then Bucks, Rockets, Pacers, and Clippers. That game against the Pacers is an NBA Cup matchup game. Emirates NBA Cup. And keeping an eye on that as we roll toward that ball game. As Quickly loses it out of bounds. DeAndre Hunter was there with the pressure, and now we check in with Serena.
Well, John, Max Strus might be out, but his voice is very much heard in that huddle for 2 minutes. He grabbed an iPad, queued up film, and was sitting there with Donovan Mitchell and Dean Wade, telling them things they've got to do better in this game. From that, Donovan Mitchell then communicating to J.A., saying, hey, sorry about that last play as an example, but clearly his voice is heard in these huddles, guys.
Barnes gets cut off at the elbow. Back it goes to Quickly. Daquan Tomlin's back in the ball game. Barrett now as Barrett floats it up. He uses the window and gives the Raptors a 115-103 lead.
Well, you wonder if he meant to shoot that off the glass. It looked like it came out of his hand kind of hard. Barrett made the shot.
Mitchell escapes and gets fouled. So Mitchell with 29 points in his back pocket. 6 assists on the evening. We'll get 2 more from the line where he's 13 of 15 tonight. Barrett commits the personal as Donovan found a way to squeeze himself down that lane.
Well, they just didn't close that gap at all. Barrett just kind of got stuck on his side. Scotty Barnes was yelling at Pirtle for not stepping up and stopping the basketball.
Donovan last season was named an All-Star for the 6th straight year. Made 2 starts in the All-Star game, including last season. Selected to the All-NBA first team for the first time in his career. mentioned earlier that tonight is Donovan's 400th career game in which he scored 20 or more points, and he's done it in just 530 contests. 400 of the 530. This man has scored 20 or more points.
He is a scoring machine.
More pressing matters. The Cavs look to come from behind with 4.5 to go. Hunter, too much body on Ingram. The Cavs are over the limit. So Ingram will shoot free throws. Ingram's taken only one here this evening. He's been relatively, actually check that. It's only the 4th team foul on the Cavs here in this 4th quarter. The next one will put the Cavs over the limit. So here's Quickly. He'll step back and score. Emmanuel Quickly now as they on 5 triples. He's a crisp 5 of 7 from 3-point range. And that Raptor lead is 13 as that ball's knocked off the foot of Mitchell and it rolls out of bounds. As mentioned, next up for the Cavs, the Grizzlies come to town on Saturday. They do not play again, by the way. They played last night and lost. Did Memphis. They do not play again until Saturday. So they will be well rested. Ingram from the corner. Hurdle. Grabbed the offensive rebound, but he got stripped as the ball ended up in the hands of Mobley. Mitchell carts it into the forecourt, finds Hunter. Hunter got Barnes in the air. Mobley's open. He'll put it on the floor. Credit the Raptors with multiple efforts defensively as Mobley glides into a 12-footer. Allen puts it up, blocked by Barnes. Mobley rescues. Tomlin checks the shot clock. It's down to 1. Allen's going to have to fire up a 9-1-1 shot. I think that shot hit the rim, although a shot clock violation was called. Allen's shot did hit iron, but the ball careened out of bounds and belongs to the Raptors with 3 minutes and 17 seconds to go.
I'm still going all the way back to the last offensive possession for the Raptors. I don't know how Pirtle ended up with that basket rebound. That ball just rockets it off the rim. He got his hand on it somehow. Guys were lucky to get that.
Quickly mid-range, and he is having himself a night.
Yeah, he turns off those screens or around that corner, and you think he's going to continue to advance, and he just stops on a dime. Or he comes off that screen, and he shoots it immediately when he turns the corner off that screen.
He was signed to a big 5-year deal nearly immediately after being acquired from the Knicks in that OG Anunoby trade.
Yeah, he's a heck of a point guard. Does a good job on both ends of the floor. Good speed. Can shoot it. Defends really, really aggressively. Reminds you a lot of Therese Maxey, the way he plays.
Front office presumably anointed him the point guard of the future in Toronto. Barnes. That doesn't go. 2.5 remains. Raptors by 15. Allen zips one back to Merrill. Barnes with the rebound, and he'll truck into the forecourt, deal to Pirtle, who lays it in. We have a timeout on the floor with 2:14 to go. .214 to go here inside Rocket Arena. Game 1 of a 6-game homestand. At the end of the night, the Cavaliers will drop to 8-5. You consider, Brad, the schedule, what the Cavs had to deal with over the first. It's going to be 13 games at the end of tonight, and the injuries. Thomas Bryant can't find a 3. I think if you said at the beginning of the season, here are the 13 games, here are the players who will miss games. Will you take 8-5? I think that's 100% yes.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It's been tough. The lineups have changed so much. Every 2 games we're having to switch lineups. Guys are in and out, so there's just not the ability to be consistent. Has not been there. So you take it. Long season, got a long way to go. Cavaliers are still very formidable. A lot of opportunities. Got to get better.
The Cavs swept the 4-game season series between these teams a season ago. The Raptors will earn their 2nd win against the Cavs this season. In 1 minute and 34 seconds, Darius Garland continues to deal with that surgically repaired toe.
Got to give Raptors a lot of credit, though. They're much improved over last year. And, quickly, Barnes. I mean, they just, RJ Barrett, Ingram, they've starting to blend and meld and gel. You can see it. The continuity's really good.
Injuries certainly did not do Darko's teams any favors a season ago.
That's correct.
Here's Naquan Tomlin on the line. Tomlin played 20 minutes here this evening. Up next, the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies were in action last night in Boston. They were beaten by the Celtics 131-95. We mentioned it earlier. Ja Morant did not play in that ball game.
Yeah.
He was dealing with an injury.
This is a good learning opportunity for the Cavs. You get in there tomorrow and get to look at some film and look at the mistakes and try to learn from it. See where the gaps are. See where you're losing, ground during a game. And just, Coach Atkinson and his staff are going to go through that fervently. They're going to figure this out. I've got confidence in Kenny and all of his coaches. They'll figure this out.
Tyrese Proctor down the lane. He'll bank it up and in. It's worth noting that Garrett Temple has checked in for the Raptors. He is in his 15th NBA season with his 12th NBA team.
Yeah, Garrett's a heck of a young man. Get to talk to him a little bit. Just enjoy. He talks about the old days. You still aren't old enough, but very respectful guy. He's worked really hard, been around a long time.
Out of LSU, he's 39 years of age. Proctor. That was knocked away by Temple. If you're wondering if 12 NBA teams are a record for one single player, the answer is no. The record actually is 13. It was a player who recently retired. Ish Smith played for 13 different NBA teams. It's a lot of teams.
That is a lot of teams. Hey, they keep calling, you keep showing up.
They keep paying, right?
Yeah, we'll pay you. Okay, I'll be there.
So Grizzlies will be in town for a weekend matchup 2 nights from now, Saturday night. Remember, that's a 5 o'clock tip. You can get your tickets at Cavs.com. We'll get you started on the pregame show, Kaylee and AC, at 4:30. What is high on the priority list, Brad, as we get ready for Saturday?
Yeah, we got to figure out why we're losing ground during these games. We start out very aggressively and strong and just kind of get away from some of the things that we do very well, like keeping that ball going inside, and we shoot a little bit too many, sometimes too many threes, and it disenfranchises our defense. So got to look at that and figure out the best rhythm to playing that way.
Your final here tonight. Raptors 126, Cavaliers 113. Evan Mobley and the Cavaliers will get back to work on Saturday. Stay right there. We'll put the finishing touches on this ball game right after this short break.